2018 Thesz World Heavyweight Championship Award winner.
I can dig it, sucker. Booker T.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Wow. I don't have a speech or anything prepared. I learned in wrestling a long time ago, if you don't prepare it, you don't mess it up. It's just not a mess up, you just go out there and wing it, This is such a high honor for me. Talking about where I came from, just a kid from South Park, Texas, and a little small part of Houston, and this is the last place I ever imagined being here in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. God has put me here for a reason, and I know that. I shouldn't be here talking to you guys. God put me here, for a reason. I've seen so much in my 28 years since I started this business back in 1990. Had so many great mentors. And the thing is, I don't even know why. That's the question I've been asking myself for so many years. Why? You know what I mean? I remember Ox Baker pulled me aside, first time I ever met him. He didn't know me, I didn't know him or anything like that. And he said, kid, you got a lot of talent. He said, you can make a lot of money in this business. He said, but you're gonna come up against a lot of obstacles. He said, man, I see something in you. He said, I feel like you got the ability to go over, around, under. He said, but sometimes you're gonna have to go straight through that obstacle. And I really don't know why he told me that, but I knew exactly, what he was saying. Man, I remember him, vividly in my mind in that locker room, Sam Houston Coliseum, talking to me about that. Sam Houston Coliseum, Paul Bosch, a lot of you guys probably know that name. For some reason, I never played sports or anything like that coming up. I never dreamed of being a wrestler or anything like that, but I watched Houston wrestling. And Paul Bosch was like a god in Houston. Houston wrestling was huge. A lot of great stars came through Houston wrestling. And many years later, I get the opportunity to wear Paul Bosch's ring. This ring right here means so much to me. And it's a man that I never got a chance to meet, but I saw exactly what he did in the city with the PAPA, the Boys and Girls Clubs, One of his sayings was, a kid can't fire a gun or open a knife with boxing gloves on. Man, I remember that. That right there stuck out to me as a kid. Even though, I did take the wrong path. Somehow I got back on track. There again, God put me here for a reason. Through those, years on the road in the wrestling business, man, like I say, man, the journey, man, was unbelievable. The places I've got a chance to see. First time I was on a plane, I was on a trip going to Japan. I had never been on an airplane before. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it was awesome, got a chance to see how the Japanese people live, their culture. Man, it was such an awesome experience. The people that I've met along this journey, people talk about the championships. I don't remember a whole lot of the championship matches I've had, guys. I really don't. A lot of the matches, I don't remember them till, somebody bring them up or I happen to see them, but, Mr. Briscoe, Tony Garea, J.J. Dillon, man, those guys are priceless to me. Those guys have meant so much to me, and they probably don't even know it, man, but you guys have been more than family to me. You guys have treated me like family. JJ and I, we've made a whole lot of money together. So, That's why I love him. But I tell you, that's just stuff for me that I'm going to take to my grave. You know, being here in this Hall of Fame right here, this is real. I got a chance to, you know, visit Dan Gable Museum earlier today and to see so many faces on that wall, so many guys that have contributed, so many guys that should be recognized, and I appreciate that. I am truly immortalized here tonight, guys, and I thank you for it. Thank you for it so much from the bottom of my heart, I really do. In 2005, you know, we opened our wrestling school. Before that, we started our foundation, Booker T Fight for Kids. That means a lot to me, you know. You guys, some guys came up here and talked to me earlier about, I went to Walmart earlier. Everybody know about me going to Walmart in here. So this got to be the smallest town, you know, I've ever seen. But the thing is, I got bum rushed at Walmart today. And I took a picture with, you know, everybody that, you know, wants to take a picture, shake hands, whatnot. My mother always told me, don't cost you anything to be nice to folks. Don't cost you anything. Those people are gonna remember that for the rest of their lives. And they would have remembered it if I was an asshole as well. You know what I mean? So it pays for me to just be nice to them, you know, make their day for that moment, and move on. That's what life is. You know, it wasn't that hard. You know, my mother taught me, you know, the smallest little bitty things, you know, please, thank you, yes ma'am, no sir, Junior, that will take you so far in life. Just utilize it. Those are the things that got me where I am. Like I was saying, starting our foundation, you know, wanting to help kids is a passion for my wife and I. We wonder sometimes why we do it, you know, while we spend so much time, you know, trying to help others. Sometimes we say, man, we ain't gonna do this no more. But we wake up the next day doing the same thing. That's what we do. You know, we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, trying to change one's life. We opened our wrestling school in 2005. 2018 now, man, and we're still going strong. We've had so many kids come through, and it's not about them making it to the big time or becoming WWE superstars or anything like that for me. You know, I tell them that's your dream. I've lived mine. You know what I mean? I'll give you the tools. If you have what it takes, I'll put in a word for you after that. It's all on you. Being able to mentor youngsters is, for me, a passion. You know, I get more out of it, I think, than they do. And for my wife and I, it's a labor of love. It's something that we do without even thinking about it. You know, one of our girls, you know, Ember Moon, she came to me. She's in WWE now. I remember her coming to me when, you know, she was a young girl and her mom and dad was with her and, you know, asking me, can she make it? And I'm like, we don't sell dreams here. But if she have the tools and she have the heart in this business, she can go out there and make it. If she have the attitude to know what it takes to make it in the locker room, she may have a chance at making it in the ring. And she went out there and she's done a hell of a job representing Reality of Wrestling, my wrestling company. I tell you guys, the journey has been awesome, but I cannot accept this award without really paying homage to the driving force behind Booker T, you know, the machine behind the man. I cannot accept this award. My wife, literally, you know, she's the best thing that ever happened. And we are truly a team. Without her, you know, I wouldn't be up here. I honestly really truly believe that. All the work that gets done, that's why I say we. You know, I don't never use I, never use me. You know, we've done this together. And for me to be able to accept this award, I gotta have her here by my side. She gotta say something because, you know, she is the reason why. She didn't know I was gonna do that easy.
I really wasn't expecting this, but I want to thank you so much. Thank everybody for this honor. You all know my husband is an amazing man, and he is very, very selfless. He gives back to the youth all over the city. You know, in Houston, we were hit with Hurricane Harvey, and he was out there on the front lines just with crates of water, just, you know, trying to do what he can, passing out water to families who lost everything. You know, we were collecting clothes and backpacks, you know, things for the kids, but it's something that we do not only during a tragedy, but just every day. It really is about the future. My father used to always say, to whom much is given, much is asked. My husband has been given so much. He's blessed with so much, just a natural talent. Sometimes I sit back and on YouTube watch his matches and just, he's so fluid in the ring. And so he was blessed, and he's giving back to the next generation, making sure that he brings the next ones up right, teaching them the psychology of the business, but also, like he said, you know, we know everybody's not gonna make it to the WWE or to the big time, but he always tells them, if I've helped you in any way to become a good citizen, a good person in life, then I've done my job. And that's what he preaches to all his kids. They call us mom and dad, all of our students. And so I just want to thank you for that. And you are so deserving, sweetheart, of this award. My best friend. Thank you.
And in closing, guys, we was talking about Muhammad Ali earlier. I had a chance to do a Topps card show one time, and I showed up. And Muhammad Ali, the only reason I did it was because Muhammad Ali was going to be there. And when I showed up, he you know, was a little tired, he had took off. And I was upset about it. I was really mad, you know, that I really took this booking just to beat Muhammad Ali. And somehow, I was at WCW, you know, they went and talked to his people, and Muhammad Ali was gracious enough to invite me into his hotel room. And I got a photo of Muhammad Ali on my wall in my office. That was back in the early 90s. And another incident in the early 90s, I was at a gathering such as this one right here, and I got a chance to meet great new things. And he came up to me, and he actually wanted to talk to me. And he was telling me, you know, you're a pretty good wrestler. Yeah, he said, you wrestle like we did, you know, back in the day. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool, you know, for someone like that to say something like that about me. And like I said, to be getting this award this many years later, for his wife Charlie to call me and say, Booker T, we want to honor you with this award. I want to thank you, Charlie, for making that phone call. I want to thank you for treating me so well.
Kyle, I want to thank you wherever you're at for definitely making this an easy deal for me. And I appreciate the Hall for this distinguishing honor, the Thesz Award. Thank you.
Sucker!